Where do you think video collaboration is heading in the next few years? I mean, is it video, audio, and what sort of technologies are we going to be looking at? How do we plan for them?
Yeah, good question. So I think first and foremost, access. Having access is critically important. I think many people still think of video conferencing as in the conference room, and video conferencing has moved outside of the conference room. And so giving people access on their own devices, there's a whole phenomenon around BYOD, bring your own device, and how do IT managers manage that. And having the software capability to, whether it's on an Android device or an Apple device, being able to download an application and have a user up and running within a matter of minutes is critically important. So that's from an IT administration perspective. But from an ease of use perspective, giving people access, giving people an easy number to dial into. So the way that we operate at Polycom is that every new employee who starts gets a video number. It's a 5-digit number, just like your phone number. And that's your video bridge number. And so whenever you schedule a meeting, you basically put that number into the Outlook invite, and everybody dials into it, and meetings start on time, there's no delay, and it's just simple because all you do is dial a 5-digit number and you're connected to the conference. So ease of use is critically important. Also, business models are transitioning and transforming. So what used to be purchasing purpose-built hardware, purchasing endpoints, and having perpetual licenses is now shifting to subscription, to service offerings. So that lowers the barrier of entry. It gives people the capability to enter the category at a much lower price, try it out, and then scale from there in a very simple way without having to deploy infrastructure in their network and things of that sort. So that's really geared towards the smaller size customer who doesn't have an IT department, for example, who is interested in using enterprise class solutions relative to video collaboration. We also see many customers still are heavy on the scheduling side of things. So it makes it difficult, again, that ties back to the access, difficult to be able to use video conferencing when you want. You have to schedule a room, you have to book a room in order to go use it. And I think the whole industry is moving to ad hoc, where you can start up a conference, whether you're in your home, you're traveling on the road from a hotel room, and again, just being able to dial into a bridge, a 5-digit number, and start up a conference whenever you want is going to help to drive adoption. And then there's new technologies like WebRTC, where video is embedded into the browser, and we believe that that's going to help to drive adoption and again give access to people to connect via video through different types of applications. So integration of video into business processes, for example, in Salesforce.com. If you're putting in information about a client, you want to connect to that client, being able to click on a link and automatically connect to that client over video is a much more personable way of doing business than calling them over the phone. Gives you a competitive advantage. So integration into those types of applications we believe is going to help to drive adoption in a big way as well.
That's interesting, because the word integration has never really been used in relation to video conferencing. It's going to be the key to other technologies like digital signage, linked to back-end databases, making the front end really work. Video conferencing, ease of use and so on that you've mentioned, and availability, but essentially underlying that has to be a huge amount of integration to make the front end easier and directly connect into, as you say, the key applications. Yes. Are we a way away from that at the moment, or are we, do you tie yourself into a single supplier, a single collection of suppliers to achieve that? Is it one big proprietary environment, or are we going to see a lot of mix and match functionality in that integration as time rolls on?
Yeah, no, open standards is the cornerstone of Polycom's strategy. And so those who offer open standard solutions, we will integrate with. We have a large ecosystem of partners that we work with, and we drive interoperability. We have a partner program where we actually do interoperability testing with them and do certification so that when a customer purchases a solution, they know that it's been tested ahead of time. We also do transcoding on our infrastructure, which means that we work with multiple different types of protocols. So we have native interoperability with the likes of Microsoft, with the likes of Avaya, even into a Cisco environment as well. So one of the key value propositions that Polycom offers is investment protection. So once you purchase equipment and you have a communications infrastructure, Polycom will work in that environment. You don't have to rip and replace.